La Liga has been a two-horse race for far too long. It's either Barcelona or Real Madrid that end the season as champions. However, this season Atletico are running away with the title. Diego Simeone last lifted the title back in 2014, and it's about time for him to do it again. Atletico are currently top of La Liga with a comfortable lead over second place. Their summer transfer window was a relatively quiet one compared to previous seasons, and the majority of their rebuild was done back in 2019. However, it took some time for Simeone to iron out the cracks, and only recently players like Joao Felix and Renan Lodi are starting to show their true potential. Before jumping into the analysis, let's take a look at their statistics. Atletico are currently first in La Liga with 55 points. They have the second best attack and the best defensive record in the league. On the ball, 38% of their attacks are down the left, 26% down the middle and 35% down the right, with 26% of play happening in their third, 47% in midfield and 26% in the opposition's third. Of their shots on goal, 6% were in the 6-yard box, 61% in the 18-yard box and 34% from outside the box. The arrival of Luis Suarez has been a big boost to Atletico's attack. When compared to Atletico's top scorer from last season, Alvaro Morata, we can see how much more of an impact he's already had, with more goals, shot percentage and pass completion in less appearances for Atletico. Joao Felix has improved substantially from last season, and with 6 goals and 4 assists in 11 games, he's already surpassed his tally from last year. Hermoso, Trippier and Koke are Atletico Madrid's crucial pieces in the build-up phase. The right-back Kieran Trippier has been fantastic, with 12.93 progressive actions per 90 and 9.62 passes into the defensive area. With Hermoso, Simeone has turned him into a highly effective ball-playing centre-back, who deploys 14.07 passes into the danger area and tallies 16.2 progressive actions per 90. And the centre midfielder Koke with 9.04 progressive actions per 90 and 12.93 passes into the danger area. So, as we can see, Atletico have been able to get the most out of some of their key players this season. And if we take a look at their lineups, these numbers start to make even more sense. It's no surprise that their most used formation is the 4-4-2. Simeone has been a big advocate of the classic formation, and it's been the foundation of all his work at Atletico Madrid. However, this season there have been a number of different formations used, ranging from a 3-1-4-2, a 3-4-2-1 and a 3-5-2. With players such as Trippier, Lodi and Carrasco able to play as wingbacks, this has helped Simeone shift out of his 4-4-2 days. When playing with a back four, Trippier, Savic, Felipe and Lodi have been the most consistent starters. However, when playing as a back three, Carrasco has been favoured more often as the left wing-back over Lodi. Koke and Niguez remain together in central midfield and look to be two of the side's best players and first names on the team sheet, now that Thomas Partey is out of the picture again. The left wing is perhaps the only spot that Simeone has struggled to nail down as a starter, with Vitolo, Lemar and Carrasco battling for a place on that side, while the right wing has seen Correa as the go-to option when in a 4-4-2 and often paired up as the striker when playing in a 3-5-2. He's proven to be excellent at delivering balls into the strikers, with the second highest assists this season. Only 2 players in the league have more assists than Correa, and one of them is his teammate Marcus Llorente, used either as a central attacking midfielder or as a fullback when in the 3-5-2. Up top, only 4 times has Simeone not started with a front 2. Their improvements in attack have been phenomenal. Last season, Joao Felix struggled to link Atletico's low block with the centre forward. However, this season he's done a much better job at filling those gaps and operating in central areas. Suarez has been fantastic this season. His excellent first touch and hold-up play allows players such as Correa to get forward on the overlap. Overall, Simeone has made Atletico deadlier and more proactive in attack, while somehow also improving their defensive structure. This, needless to say, is a truly winning formula. But what are the tactics behind their success? Let's take a look. Without doubt, the thing that has changed the most in Simeone's tactics is the sheer approach to their build-up phase. Atletico are definitely not the first club that comes to mind when talking about possession football, but this season they are starting to excel in that category as well. On average, they play 13.23 long passes per 100, with Barcelona the only team in the league that play less with 9.74. The majority of change that has happened with their build-up has to do with the slight alteration in their structure, and when in possession, Simeone deploys a back three, with a double central pivot to aid the transition between attack and defence. Hermoso will usually drop down on the left of the centre-backs, and has the ability to move the ball forward as we saw earlier in the statistics. Atletico have proven to be very patient in their build-up, and the 47% of play in midfield is the highest in the league. While one of their centre mids will usually play in a deeper role to offer support to the defenders, the other centre mid usually has a more fluid role, dropping deep if required or pushing high up to offer support to the strikers. That role is often played by Koke, and his versatility is fundamental for Simeone. The key for them moving the ball forward is to find space between the lines, and as the first attempt will try to find a player in the half spaces. The half space holds a strategic advantage as it forces defenders to make a decision to either cover the centre or cover the winger, both of which could have very negative consequences. In Atletico's case, this is where João Felix shines, and will often come short to collect the ball in the half spaces. From here, he has the ability to either lay the ball off to the wing-backs on the overlap, or if the centre-back is pressing him, open up the space behind him for Suarez to drop into. If the opposition team is compact in the middle, then Atletico will shift the ball out wide to the wing-backs and attempt to attack from wide areas. Atletico attack down the middle of the pitch with a higher frequency than most teams in La Liga. In fact, only Barcelona have utilised a more vertical approach than them this season. But Simeone's side still utilise the wings in attack like all top teams, and the role of their fullbacks is particularly key in these moments. As noted, Atletico have operated more and more in a 3-5-2 this season, in which the wingbacks are virtually the only source of natural width. It means players such as Trippier and Lodi have a lot of responsibility on the attack. These tactics sound good on paper. However, they won't matter much if the team lacks efficiency in the final third. Fortunately for Atletico, this doesn't seem to be a problem at all, and with 3.47 goal-creating actions per 90, they're the team in the league with the most chances per game. In the final third, Atletico are not shy of playmakers. This season, the three most dangerous on the ball are arguably Correa, Carrasco and Felix. All three are attackers, but all three will drop deep when needed, and will offer a passing channel to the defensive block to help with transitions. One pattern that is pretty common within Atletico is either Felix or Correa receiving the ball between the lines, while the other will make an overlapping run from deep, creating forward passing options. Atletico have been excellent at recognizing patterns and triggers. With the ball in the space between the lines, this is the trigger for Suarez and the two fullbacks to make their move out wide. And when the ball is out wide, Atletico now have 4 players ready to make a run into the box. When on the attack, Atletico's shape will often resemble that of a 2-4-4, with the fullbacks providing width and the two strikers attacking the box. Their efficiency in the box has been their biggest improvement over previous seasons. However, one thing that has remained consistently impressive is their defensive structure. Looking at the team as a whole, the defense is arguably the area that has been changed the least this season. Atletico still defend in a very compact 4-4-2 and aim to direct the opposition out wide where it's easier for them to recover possession, as they can use the touchline as an extra defender. If we look at their expected goals against per 90, Atletico have the lowest in the league with 0.67. As far as regaining possession, Atletico are not a high pressing team and won't usually engage the opposition until they enter the middle third of the pitch. Their objective, as stated earlier, is to shut down any chance of central progression by pushing them out wide or by luring them into a trap in midfield. The first trigger for the press will be when the ball shifts out wide to either the fullbacks or, when playing with 3 at the back, one of the wide centre-backs. Here, the winger on the side with the ball will shift further up, transitioning into a 4-3-3. Suarez or Felix are also very effective at blocking the opposition from going back to the centre-back, either forcing the opposition to pass the ball into the areas with little space for movement or by regaining possession. By doing this, he also creates a 5v4 overload on the side with the ball, ensuring Simeone's players have a numerical advantage while defending. This method of funneling their opposition out wide results in the fullbacks making a high number of tackles and interceptions per game. In the past, Juanfran and Felipe Luis were frequently at the top of Atletico's charts. This season, as expected, it's Lodi and Trippier at the top in terms of tackles per game, with only Koke attempting and completing higher numbers than Trippier per 90. The team's low block is a hallmark of their play and has contributed massively to their 11 clean sheets in 23 matches. An absolutely remarkable defensive record. Atletico are looking like more and more likely winners of La Liga, with Barcelona and Real Madrid struggling to keep consistent form. What do you think of Atletico Madrid, and where do you think they'll finish the current season? Please let me know your answers down below, and if you like this type of video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.